Number 1. The 1973 Ford F-100 Explorer, $6,000, Ostrander, Ohio. If you're looking for a vintage classic that's just a little love away from hitting the road again, this 1973 Ford F-100 Explorer might be exactly what you need. It's got a clean title, a legendary V8302 under the hood, and about 65,000 miles on the odometer. This old-school beauty features a 3-speed manual transmission on the column, giving you that true nostalgic driving experience. About a year ago, the current owner invested in some key mechanical upgrades. A brand new fuel pump, starter, carburetor, and battery were all installed. It ran strong when it was parked in the garage, but it's been sitting for about a year now. So, like many classics, it'll need a bit of TLC to get it fired up again. The carb might need a little fine-tuning, and the brakes could use some attention soon. You'll also want to take care of the rust starting to show on the A-post and under the doors, and the interior could benefit from some fresh upholstery. But that's not all. This deal also includes a second truck, a 73 Ranger parts truck with an automatic transmission and a great natural patina. It doesn't come with a title, but it could be a fantastic farm truck or a donor vehicle. The seller even recommends swapping the rear end from the Ranger into the orange Explorer to complete the build. 2 classic trucks, 1 price, and a whole lot of potential. If you're into vintage Fords and ready to take on a project with solid bones and a ton of character, this is your shot. Reach out to the seller if you've got questions or want more photos. They're ready to deal. Number 2. The 1978 Ford F-150FX2 pickup, $11,000, Matthews, North Carolina. Here's a classic with attitude. The 1978 Ford F-150FX2 pickup, 2-door, with a 6.5-foot bed, listed at $11,000 and ready to roll in Matthews, North Carolina. This vintage F-150 has been driven 140,000 miles and features a manual transmission for that hands-on, connected driving experience real truck lovers crave. Both the exterior and interior sport a matching blue-on-blue color combo that gives it that clean, retro-cool vibe. Under the hood, the original motor has been fully redone. It's a 351 Windsor that still has plenty of punch left in it. The owner runs it on weekends, so this truck isn't just a garage ornament. It's tagged, insured, and staying road ready. Looking to trade? The seller's open to the idea, but only if you've got a family boat. No trades for trucks or cars. This one's for someone who's either looking to cruise the road in style or hit the water in return. Whether you're looking to daily a vintage pickup or just want a solid weekend cruiser with real character and reliable power, this F-150's got the bones and the beauty. Old school Ford fans, take notice. This one won't sit for long. Number 3. The 1967 Chevrolet C10, listed for $7,500 out of Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. This one's running a solid 350 V8 paired with an automatic transmission. It's been lowered on springs for a more aggressive stance, and the carb's been recently rebuilt. So yes, it runs and drives. Now here's the deal. The transmission does leak fluid when the truck sits, due to the torque converter draining over time. But the seller's got a quick fix in mind. A deep trans pan should take care of it. Like any good 67, this truck isn't perfect. There's rust, and it's definitely a project, but one with real potential. The seller had big plans, an LS swap, a short bed conversion, and a full air ride setup. In fact, air ride bags for both front and rear are included in the sale, along with a decent stash of extra parts. Unfortunately, life and too many projects got in the way. This one's listed as a feeler, meaning the seller isn't desperate to let it go, but open to serious cash offers. No trades, no fluff, just a classic Chevy C10 with the bones and the bonus parts to become something seriously cool. Whether you're building your next show truck or just love a good vintage build, this one's worth a closer look. Number 4. The 1986 GMC 1500 regular cab long bed, offered at $7,500 out of Uniontown, Ohio. This one's being sold on behalf of the seller's dad and comes equipped with a 6.2L diesel engine paired with a Banks turbo kit, giving it that extra boost of torque and efficiency. It's a two-wheel drive truck that runs and drives perfectly, making it a solid cruiser or a strong base for a future build. The body is all original, no aftermarket panels or patch jobs, just good old American steel. As for rust, there's one hole in the bed and some typical rust over the rear fender wells, but nothing unexpected for a truck of this age. This truck's been well kept and is mechanically sound, ready to hit the road or the farm. One quick note, the toolbox in the bed doesn't come with it, but everything else is included. Whether you're looking for a dependable diesel with character or just love a good 80s GMC with that long bed utility, this one's definitely worth checking out. It's priced at $7,500 or best offer. So if you're local or passing through, message the seller and go take it for a spin. Number 5. The 1968 Ford F100 single cab long bed, listed for $7,500 in Jacksonville, North Carolina. If you're into classic lines and raw, old school driving, this one checks all the right boxes. It got minimal rust in the usual trouble spots, and under the hood sits a freshly rebuilt 390 Ford FEV8, done just about 2 years ago, paired with a C6 automatic transmission. This truck rides on 18-inch Detroit steel wheels wrapped in brand new Hankook tires. There's some surface corrosion on the wheels, but the seller planned to powder coat them anyway. Inside, it's been tastefully updated with a retro sound radio, and all the gauges are fully functional. You've even got a 17-gallon fuel tank tucked behind the seat, staying true to its classic roots. The body? Super straight. The drive? Solid. But keep in mind, it's still a project. The transmission needs some work, and it's running manual brakes and no power steering. If you're not used to driving a classic the old-fashioned way, the seller recommends bringing a trailer. That said, he drove it 4 hours one way with zero issues, so it's got proven road legs. At $7,500 or best offer, this F100 is a strong candidate for someone ready to finish what's already been started. It's clean, classic, and full of potential. If you've got questions, don't hesitate to reach out. The seller's open and ready to talk. Number 6. The 1979 Chevrolet 1500 regular cab short bed, going for just $4,800 in Caldwell, West Virginia. This one's the short wheelbase, fleet-side version with 4-wheel drive, making it a rare and desirable setup for both work and play. Under the hood, it's got a smooth-running 350 small block V8 with a 4-barrel carburetor, paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission. The engine runs so quietly and cleanly, you might have to double-check to make sure it's on. The transmission was rebuilt some time ago and still shifts perfectly. Power steering and power brakes round out the driving experience. And this truck drives tight. No smoke, no ticking valves, no vibrations, just good brakes, strong tires, a newer battery, an alternator, and a Virginia inspection sticker that's good through December 2025. The 4WD system works flawlessly, so you're ready to hit the trails or just cruise with confidence. Now the body does have its share of typical, where it's a 79 after all, but the frame is solid and the bones are good. It's a classic you can drive home today, not tow. No drama, just a dependable old Chevy that still gets the job done. For under $5,000, it's tough to beat. Whether you're looking for a daily driver, weekend hauler, or your next project platform, this one's ready to roll. Number 7. The 1984 Dodge D150 Club Cab Long Bed, $4,500, South Point, Ohio. For just $4,500, this 1984 Dodge D150 Club Cab Long Bed in South Point, Ohio, offers a ton of value and vintage utility. Powered by the reliable slant 6 motor with 182,000 miles and a clean title, it's a solid runner with plenty of life left, ideal as a daily driver, project base, or a dependable work truck. The essentials are covered. Over 50% tread left on the tires, a new alternator, voltage regulator, and battery, plus a rebuilt carburetor. It runs and drives well, but will need a muffler repair. Like most classics, it's got typical rust, but nothing out of the ordinary for its age. The seller's open to trades, preferably 4-door trucks, but no cars, and reminds you, cash is king, so bring your best offer. Number 8. The 1984 Chevrolet C10 out of Martinsville, Virginia, listed at $13,800 or best offer. Under the hood, it's powered by a bold 383-stroker motor that runs strong and sounds exactly like you'd want, deep, aggressive, and ready to move. It's not just a good-looking truck, it's a fun driver too, with a setup that delivers power and presence on the road. The body is in great shape with very little rust, just a few minor spots as seen in the photos, and it's been given some clean, modern touches. New window tint, fresh side mirrors, a new grille, plus brand new tires and wheels that really complete the stance. Whether you're hitting the weekend cruise in or just want a reliable, powerful classic with a bit of attitude, this C10 delivers. It's solid, loud, and built to turn heads, definitely one to keep your eye on. Number 9. The 1970 Ford F-250 Highboy, $5,500, Minford, Ohio. If you've been hunting for a true vintage 4x4 project with serious muscle and even more potential, this 1970 Ford F-250 Highboy in Minford, Ohio might be the one, and it's recently had its price dropped to $5,500. Why? Simple. The seller found something else they want. So this beast is ready for its next home. The truck will run and drive around the yard, but it's been sitting for a while and needs some attention. That said, the bones are strong. It's powered by a wickedly built 390 V8 with paperwork to back it up. The engine was built a few years back and could use a fresh tune-up, but it's paired with a 4-speed manual and 4WD drivetrain, making it the real deal for classic off-roaders. The tires? Practically brand new, 37/16.5S, that haven't even touched pavement yet. The seller also includes all the replacement sheet metal needed to complete the restoration. It comes with a clean title and an open mind. He's willing to trade for a nice Jeep, a decent camper, or possibly other old trucks or classic cars. If you're into highboys with attitude and aren't afraid of a little wrench time, this one's worth a serious look. Number 10. The 1974 Toyota regular cab 1-ton long bed, $4,000. McConnellsville, Ohio. Wrapping up the list is a rare and rugged find, a 1974 Toyota Hilux 1-ton long bed project, priced at just $4,000 and located in McConnellsville, Ohio. This vintage Hilux runs, drives, shifts, and stops thanks to its 20R engine and 4-speed manual transmission, but it's still very much a project. It needs a bit more work before it's fully road ready. The carburetor needs to be rejetted, the braking system, while functional with a new master cylinder, needs a proper overhaul, and it's in need of an exhaust system. Rust is present, but nothing major, and the frame is reportedly clean and solid. In fact, for a 74 in this region, it's one of the cleaner examples still around. With a clean Tennessee title, and that legendary Toyota reliability at its core, this Hilux could be an excellent restoration candidate or off-grid build. The seller's asking $4,000 and is not interested in trades, unless you've got another Toyota truck to offer. It's simple, tough, and full of potential for the right kind of enthusiast. Number 11. The 1970 Chevrolet 3500 regular cab long bed, $13,500, Scottsville, Virginia. If you're looking for a vintage workhorse that still knows how to get the job done, this 1970 Chevrolet C30 dump truck in Scottsville, Virginia might be your kind of project. Listed at $13,500, it runs and drives, and the dump bed operates just the way it should. No guesswork needed. Powered by a classic 292 inline-6 and paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, this truck was built for utility with that old-school Chevy toughness. The floorboards are solid, the frame and bed are in great shape, and while the cab does have some rust in common spots, it's nothing out of the ordinary for a work truck from this era. The seller originally planned to restore it but decided to go a different route, so now it's up for grabs. Open to trades or offers, this C30 is perfect for someone who wants a heavy-duty vintage hauler with real mechanical integrity and classic American style. Number 12. The 1988 Ford F-150 XLT Lariat Pickup, $800, Eden, North Carolina. If you're looking for a super affordable project truck with great potential, this 1988 Ford F-150 XLT Lariat in Eden, North Carolina, is hard to ignore, priced at just $800. This long bed 2WD Classic comes with a legendary 302 V8 and is packed with new parts, a new distributor, new injectors, a fresh battery, a new fuel unit, and more. The body and interior are in pretty good condition. And yes, the original radio still works. The issue? It doesn't run. It fired up and drove fine 2 years ago, but one day it just wouldn't start. The seller suspects a timing issue, but hasn't had the time to dig in. So you'll need to bring a trailer. But for $800, you're getting a clean title, a solid foundation, and a pile of new parts already installed. For the right wrench turner, this could be an easy win and a fun return-to-life project. Number 13. The 1976 Chevrolet C10 Long Bed, $2,500, Salem, Virginia. If you're looking for a classic C10 project with a ton of extras and a clean title to start from, this 1976 Chevy 1500 in Salem, Virginia might be the one, and it's priced to move at just $2,500 or best offer. Under the hood is a 250 inline 6 paired with a 3-on the tree manual transmission, giving it that classic old-school driving vibe. The truck does need a fuel tank installed, but the good news is a brand new fuel tank and sending unit come with it, along with a bunch of other parts. New brake lines, a dash cover, folding seat, new grille, and even around 13 C10 rally wheels. The rear frame has already been sanded and painted for rust prevention, and while the bed is currently off the truck, it's part of the package. The seller's lost interest and says it needs to go. He's open to trades for other vehicles, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, you name it. You'll need to bring a trailer, but for a serious builder or C10 enthusiast, this one offers big value in parts alone.